Hello dear followers of the channel. In today's video, we'll be talking about the Ruy Lopez opening. Today's video will be the first in a full series dedicated to the Ruy Lopez. Today will be part 1 of the exchange variation, and it will be followed by part 2 in the next video. That is Ruy Lopez opening. Black tries to chase the bishop. This is the exchange variation. First tip, don't grab the e5 pawn before castling. If you take it before castling, your opponent will simply win it back with the queen, through one of these three methods. Now you want to take the pawn on e5, but you need to defend your e4 pawn, so it doesn't fall to the queen attack we mentioned earlier. You can do this by either two ways. Castling or knight c3. After castling, you are threatening to capture the pawn on the e-file, so many black players like to defend this pawn either by pushing f7 pawn or by placing the queen on f6. But some aggressive players play bg4 and pin the knight. In this case, be careful not to fall into this trap. Nice checkmate. To avoid falling into this checkmate trap, I suggest that after black pins the knight, we play d3. Because it will free the d2 square for the knight to defend the other knight, and it also opens the way for the bishop to come to g5 if needed, as we will see. Now black must defend the e5 pawn. Otherwise the move h3 will be dangerous. For example, if black plays any move that doesn't help defend the e5 pawn, h3 will be played as follows. Black lost his e5 pawn. And if black gets too aggressive and sacrifices the knight, don't worry, just prepare the plan like this. So black must defend the e5 pawn. This can be done in several ways, by pushing the f7 pawn, or by playing queen yo f6, or by playing bishop to d6. In all of these cases except for one, the plan is the same: bishop to e3 and knight to d2. And finally h3. For example, only if black plays queen f6 we start with knight d2 before bishop e3, because of the pin on the knight on f3. Now back to the main position after castling. We have analyzed pinning the knight. What about other options for black? Now, after all this heavy theory, it's time for some fun. As we said before, black wants to protect the e5 pawn. And this can be done by playing the queen to f6, pushing the f-pawn, or developing the bishop to d6. The last option is the funniest one, so let's start with the bishop to d6. At this position, the only correct move is f6. But in real games, you'll find a lot of fun. But if the correct move was played, no problem. We'll follow the same plan as before, bishop e3 and then knight d2. Now back to the main position after castling. If black defends the e5 pawn by pushing the pawn or by using the queen, we'll stick to the same system. Strike in the center with d4, recapture with the knight after the pawn exchanges, then continue developing the rest of our pieces. In most cases, black will castle queenside, and a queen trade may follow. In today's video, we covered the castling variation. In the next video, we'll cover the knight on c6 variation. Thank you, dear viewers. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.